Now our firefighting chef is back in the kitchen today.
Yes, he's cooking up a soup to heat us up during the cold evenings. Good morning to you,
Morning
Paul
to you,
Knapp.
Paul.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
It's great to have you with us.
Thanks very much. Good
We're
to be
going
back.
Thai this morning.
We are. We're going to make a Thai red curry noodle soup. So you're going to get all the benefits of like a Thai red curry, all those lovely flavours and spices and stuff like that. But then we're making it kind of slightly water it down, it's kind of like a broth. So kind of ramen-esque. I'm finishing that with some noodles and a bit of cabbage. All of the ingredients and methodologies up and dial in DM socials, and you can also watch it back on the Virgin Play app as well. So
Methodology.
methodology.
Have it.
My new word.
So it's
my
like,
word.
So it's a soup as opposed to a curry.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's still the Thai red curry. We're using that as the broth, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it kind of like a soup version. Okay.
Is it more watery?
Yeah, it's slightly just let down with a little bit more stock and coconut milk and stuff like that. Okay.
Right.
So what we're going to do?
Some amount of ingredients here, so.
Like what we're going to do first of all, as I said there, right? We're going to use all the traditional things like we've got like garlic, we've got ginger, we've got like our curry paste and stuff like that. We've got like our sugars and our coconut milk and our lime. So we've got all those kind of things that are going on there, all right? But what I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to use my Thai red paste as a paste itself, okay? So rather than make it now, if you wanted to make a Thai red curry paste yourself, what you'll find is this is plant-based, okay? So a lot of those kind of Thai and green curries, they have, as one of the ingredients in it, they have shrimp paste. All right. Now I was allergic to fish since I was a kid, so I've never eaten tuna, salmon, mussels, crab, lobster, any of that stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? So one of the things is it's allergy for me, but also as well, if you check some of the supermarket curry paste, you'll find it doesn't contain shrimp paste. So this one doesn't contain. No, it's just a cost in the manufacturing process of it and stuff like that. All right. So the first thing I do is into my pan, right? I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of a good sesame seed oil, okay? I'm going to heat that up on a medium to hot heat. What I've done is I've just fried off for about 30 seconds my ginger and my red curry paste. So what I want to do is I want to wake up the spices because we're building up layers and layers and layers of flavour, okay? And that's what gives it its depth of taste. When you taste it, you can take all those different flavours. So for about 30 seconds, what we do is we cook off.
Burn it, obviously.
No, absolutely.
The ginger will burn.
Absolutely, and also as well some of the spices in the curry paste. But what we're doing is we're just literally just waking it up, okay? Then what we're going to add into there is about 4 cloves of garlic that I've just literally just minced up there, okay? And I'm going to add into that as well then is a finely diced red onion, all right?
Now, for a lot of people, I thought a red curry was going to be the spiciest one, but it's not.
No, it's
actually
not.
milder.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people probably think like the red for danger and the green is good, kind of even from a colour thing in your head, you know what I mean? But no, it's the red one is less. The green one is made with like fresh green chilli. The red one was with like a dried red chilli. So it's actually kind of, the red one is kind of almost slightly sweeter, earthier and warmer flavouring. So what we would do, right, is we would cook this off with our onions. We want to be cooking this for around about 10 minutes, okay? Pop a lid on it, let the kind of the steam come down, sweat it, and then every so often give it a little stir, okay? On a medium heat, turn the heat down for that bit.
Right.
Because you want the onions to kind of, you want the onions to soften, you want them to kind of sweeten up a little bit, and you want all those flavours, as I say there, we're building layer after layer after layer of flavour, okay? So we'd cook those out realistically for about 10 minutes, all right? Okay. And what we're doing is, whilst this is cooking, this is a 30-minute from start to finish dish, okay? So while this is cooking, what we do is we'll take our noodles and we can cook our noodles. So if you're using a dried noodle of choice, okay? So if you want to use an egg noodle, if you just want to use like your regular kind of like your rice noodles or something like that. So I'm using these udon noodles because they're big and chunky, okay?
I was going to say, they're really plumped up.
Yeah, so I like that because what you get is you get that kind of, what we're doing is we're going to build, as we say, we're building up layers of flavour, but also as well, we're finishing this with some raw cabbage, some shredded spinach and some basil. And then so what you get is you get that lovely kind of softness coming in from the noodles, you get that lovely warmth coming in from the broth, and then you're going to get that lovely crunch from your cabbage and your bits and pieces, okay? So now what we do, we imagine this has been cooking for 10 minutes or so, and you get that lovely smell of garlic and you get that lovely smell of ginger. So we're going to pop in there is some coconut sugar, okay? Or you can use a brown sugar if you wanted to. So you put a sugar into a Thai curry because it sweetens it up ever so slightly, okay? Yeah. So we're going to put in that, and then we're also going to put in there is some tamari or soy sauce. The tamari is just gluten-free soy sauce, that's all that is, okay? So we pop that into that. So that's going to give it its sweetness, and it's going to give it that little, almost like little kind of umami, little tartness goes in there as well. And then we're going to pop in there is our coconut milk. So I've got a can of full-fat coconut milk goes into this, okay? And then what we're also going to pop in there as well, as you're going to play the game, is some veggie stock. So I've put in there 3/4 of a litre, 750 mils of a veggie stock goes into this. Right. So this is ever so slightly, because you said there, you commented on it, it's almost kind of like slightly waterier.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You want that kind of watery broth. Now, we would cook this out, again, in real time. We want to cook this then for about another 10 to 15 minutes. As I said, from start to finish, it's about 30 minutes. And while that's bubbling away, we're cooking our noodles. You know
If
what I mean?
if I was wanting to do a curry and not the soup, would I just let it
Leave
less?
off some of the stock. Same coconut milk, but
Yeah.
maybe just half the amount of stock because
Okay,
so we're
grand.
making this
Let
as
it
kind of a
bubble
soup.
down.
But even if
Does
you
that turn into this now?
absolutely. So what we got when we do
bro.
just before we finish the soup, what we do is we finish it then just with a squeeze of the lime juices. Last knockings goes into this. Okay, so this is one that we've cooked out.
That looks a lot darker in colour.
That's just because what you're going to get the oil settle on the top as well. So once we do this, you're just going to find it's going to pretty much come the same, and the colours will change on this one as well. Okay, so all we do then is we take our noodles and we just drain those off. All right, or you can just take them straight out, whichever you want.
That's what happened to me. I cooked this, a green one, the other day, and the oil kind of rose to the top a lot.
Yeah, it does because it is kind of like it is quite fatty in there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Too much oil then.
Well, no, I think it's in the paste, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But
And
once you stir it up, it kind of...
And some of that you want is because some of that gives it the flavour as well. Do you know what I mean? So what we do is
So you're not putting the noodles into the soup?
No. I'm going to put them like a ramen, so I'm going to kind of build it up. Now, you can put the noodles into the soup, and I will put the rest of them into there for the crew. Don't worry about that. So they're going to get their hot noodles, OK?
Stuff, keep them happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing now, we're going to build up that. So we've got our noodles go into the base, like so. We're going to take the soup, like so. As you say, you can see it's still a nice kind of thin broth is what you want. That goes over there. So you get the benefit of the flavour. You get the noodles acting like a sponge. That goes on top of there like so.
You've no veg in it.
We're going to put that veg on the top.
Why wouldn't you put the spinach in and let the spinach wilt in
You can
the
if you
soup?
want. There's no rules. There's no rules at the end of the day. All it is to give it that texture as well and give it that fresh crunch because kind of like usually saying there between, say, Chinese and Thai food, you get the freshness normally from the Thai food, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're getting all those fresh flavours. So we're going to put on top of that just a little bit of our red cabbage goes on. Anything that's kind of purpley ready food is going to be really, really good for us as well. We're going to pop on that a little bit of just some shredded spinach goes on top of that. So we get our spinach, shred that down nicely like so. So we're going to bang that on the top like this.
If
so
I was going to put peppers or kind of you see baby sweet corn and stuff in there, don't you?
You can do whatever you want at the end of the day. I very seldom cook with like red, yellow or green peppers because they kind of give me indigestion. I don't like them. They don't like me, so that's why I never use them. That's why you never see me using them.
That's fair enough.
That's why you never see me using them in my food. I'm just
Now,
put a little bit of sriracha just goes over the top.
No.
Fancy.
That's only
Sriracha now.
No, that's only a little bit there. That's only a small bit. So what you have there is your...
Jeez, Paul, it looks class.
And it's really, really simple, really easy and quick to make and knock up. And it isn't going to burn the mouth off you, Alan. You'll be fine. And we'll do this then for the rest of the crew.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's not spicy at all, is it?
No, not really spicy at all.
The green one's really hot. Jeez, it burnt the mouth off me, yeah.
Oh, that's delicious, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Knapp, as always, a pleasure. Thank you so much
Thanks
for
so
that.
much.